All right, what's going on, everybody? Sorry about the long music. I forgot to put a graphic up on one of my computers over there, so I had to run over there, put a graphic up, but we're good to go. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you stayed warm. Coldest. Let's go over some fun little facts from what happened this weekend. We had the coldest November start. Excuse me. In about 3 years here, 2014, late November 2014 was the last time we started the day off in the 20s. Hopefully audio is coming through just fine too. November 2014, late November was the last time we started off with temps in the late 20s. And then as we progressed throughout the day on Saturday, our high temperature getting above 40. I think it was 39 for your daytime high on Saturday, and that was the coldest daytime high since November 2013. So it's been a few years since we've had that level of cold come through. Tie the record from 1973, I believe, on Sunday morning. So chilly through the weekend. Hope everybody stayed warm. At least it was sunny for the most part. The sun even broke through a little bit more on Sunday than I thought it would, but it still kind of was mostly cloudy throughout the day. And live look of what's going on outside at the moment. Sun's trying its best to break through, and it's doing so in some places. I think the sun glare is actually getting to the camera a little bit in that particular shot. Let's go to the White House shot, and there you go. Maybe a better peek at least the sun reflecting off of what is probably still a little bit of a wetness on the roof there of the White House from the showers that we had coming through the region overnight. So again, I guess you could call it pride. We still need the rain, even though technically we are above normal for the month of November so far. We're still running a deficit through fall, so anything that we get is good. All right. Let's, again, I'm leaving it on the shot of the White House here for a second. Let me go through current temperatures around the region. Let you know what's going on outside right now. Chilly 46, Washington as of 11 o'clock this morning. 44 at Gaithersburg. It is 41 right now in Winchester. Martinsburg's at 42. Cumberland's 41. Again, YouTube, a lot of people like to watch this a little bit later. So these are at 11 a.m. on Monday, November 13th. These are the temps around the region. So as bad as the weekend? No. I mean, we're already 6-7 degrees warmer than our high temperature was on Saturday afternoon. So I'm going to kind of stall for just a second, guys, because they're going to take me onto Facebook. So if it sounds like I'm going a little slow here, that's because I'm stalling for just a minute. So give me 1 second here. We'll roll through kind of some of the same stuff we just did, and then we'll get right on into what's going to happen this week. So let's go back to the White House again. Live look. Winds, a little wind, not much, and it's certainly not going to be as windy as it was back on Friday around the region today. So some good news there. We're in the generally speaking, we're in the clear there. Sorry, I got stuff going on behind the scenes here. But yeah, okay. I'll bring you back inside studio here while I wait for them to launch things, and we'll just chat. Again, sorry about the Redskins. Wisdom and I won our first week. If you were following that at all last week when Wisdom and I did our picks, I think it was last Tuesday we did our picks, and we had 4 games that we were different on. We had the Jets Buccaneers game. I picked the Bucks, win number 1 for me. We had the Vikings, Redskins. I had a bad feeling. I don't know why. I feel like sometimes the Redskins, after a big win, tend to struggle in that following win. All right, so we're live on Facebook now. So I'll get right back into the weather forecast. Thank you for everybody tuning in on Facebook now. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you guys stayed warm this weekend. Again, I'll go through some of the facts I've already been over so far, but it was the coldest day. The high didn't break 40 degrees. First time we didn't do that in the month of November since 2013. So coldest November day since 2013. Coldest November start since 2014. So chilly. If you like the cold weather, hurrah. If you don't like the cold weather, I'm so sorry. And unfortunately, more cold to come. Though this week we get to breathe a little bit. I'll explain what I mean here in just a sec. Let's go back to temperatures right now, and I'll kind of show you exactly what's going on. If you're getting out, maybe you're about to hit lunch. I mean, it's 11 o'clock, lunchtime rolling just around the corner here. And of course, I'll take questions on Facebook as well. Happy Monday, Margaret. Happy Monday to you, Glaydell. There's watching from Birmingham, Alabama. Hello. Carolyn says, hey, Mike. Hey, Carolyn, what's up? I don't like the cold, dude, says John Tate. Well, I got a little bit of good news. But, yeah, it's chilly outside right now. I mean, we're 46 here at 11 o'clock. We're 45. Everybody's like, I don't like the cold. Go back. I'm that much closer to going to Florida. I feel you, Dan. Miss the warmth. Virginia Beach. Lots of people watching from other places this morning. All right.
Like right here.
What's up, Fitz? Get ready for the evening shows. All right, guys. Let's roll into, I guess, what's kind of going on around the region. Bring it back here inside real quick. Again, I hope everybody's having a great day here on Monday. We kind of double boxed it there. I kind of like that look. All right, going on. Here's snow cover around the around the whole nation right now, and it's above normal. That's kind of key. There's not a ton on the ground through the portions of, say, Minnesota, North Dakota, but there's enough coverage there that they're getting. We're building up these cold air masses, and I'll kind of fly through these next few graphics here. This is snow cover through the northern hemisphere. I've showed this before. We're well above normal. We haven't really been tracking snow cover that long. You see my chart over here on the right-hand side only goes to 1999. But we're at the highest we've been through those years for North American snow extent so far, over 14 million square miles of snowfall there. That's just above 2003 levels. That was the last time we had anything close to this. All the areas in blue there you see should not be snow covered yet. It's positive anomalies, meaning there's snow there abnormally early for this time of year. That's all important because it helps build these nice cold air masses. This is a live look at temperatures from the 10 a.m. hour. Let me see if I can refresh here and get a 11 a.m. hour update. It hasn't come in yet, but you see the negative there. Look at the minimum right there, negative 52.2 degrees, and that's probably up here in southern portions of Alaska there. The maximum for you warm weather lovers, 82.9 degrees. So that's, I'm guessing that's Florida, Cuba it's grabbing there. There's where you want to go. For those who were saying they hate the cold, go, 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 go. Someone said, I heard there's a threat for snow here next week. Dan, I don't know where you heard that, and I'll talk about next week's storm coming. I haven't seen any threat for snow, measurable snow. Maybe there's a flurry risk, but even that I think will be a stretch. Quickly, the month-to-date temperatures across the nation. This is from Commodity Weather Group's website. Lots of cold across the north. We're just slightly, we're about 0.8 or 0.9 degrees below normal through the month so far. All the warmth so far confined to the south. We've officially, and this is National Weather Service, hit La Nina. La Nina has moved in for the winter. I'm kind of blocking the photo there. There you go. La Nina moves in for the winter. That's off the National Weather Service site. We've already talked a ton about what that means for us here and what that means for our winter, but we did officially kind of enter La Nina. Signs of snow. This was actually from last week, but I just grabbed it from actually one of my old professors up at Penn State University. Some snowfall falling down in State College. This was last week, but they had some more snow over the weekend. I believe they even had a little bit this morning as the same storm system that brought us the rain brought them just a little bit of light snow this morning. Nothing, as you see, even sticking there, and that's pretty far to the north there, State College. Because ground temperature is still a little bit too warm, despite the snow coming down and the cold air in place. Lots of warm ground temps. We got to cool those before we can get the snow sticking. How soon to our first snow, Crystal? I'll try and answer that question in a minute, but I still think we have to wait a little while. Even Deanne says, I've had to wear a sweatshirt here in Florida. Oh, someone says they're going to see Penn State play the Terps. Is that Jenna? I think I'm getting that name right. You're a little far away on my screen. So I'm sorry. I love the Terps and everything, but Penn Stater. So I got to say, go Penn State. I think we all know, given what Michigan just did to Maryland, that Penn State may give them a little bit of a beating. But we'll see. They have it's a rivalry game, so Maryland always tends to play up. So we'll see. All right, guys. Big picture here with the radar. The satellite. One quick thing, a little spin up out here in the Atlantic. Remember, hurricane season's not over just yet, and the National Hurricane Center is watching that area. They give it a 50-50 chance of developing into yet another named systems. I don't know what's next. Rena was the last one, So potentially storm number 18 would be named storm within the next 5 days or so. Again, they're giving it a 50-50 shot. Doesn't matter if it forms or not. It's not going to affect us here in the United States. Just something to keep an eye on in terms of the naming kind of aspect of things. Interesting to see how active this hurricane season has been, and it still kind of continues even as we get into late fall here. And we're wrapping it up in about 15, 16, 17 days. End of the month is when hurricane season officially ends. All right, looking at the visible satellite outside right now, we are getting some clearing. I showed you the live shot of the Capitol. I've showed you the White House. Sun's breaking through. I'll take it back again real quick. Again, there's the White House live look, and you can see the sun breaking through there. Satellite showing you that. Back here, the live satellite. High resolution. This is the GO-16, which is one of the newer satellites that NOAA just sent up. And you can see the sunshine breaking through Montgomery County, northern Prince George's, here in D.C. It's filtered, but it's breaking through. Fairfax, Loudoun, Prince William, Fauquier, Frederick County, Maryland. Still kind of stuck in the muck, north and west, Panhandle, Maryland, West Virginia, down through Central Virginia, Southern Maryland. And then your rain shower activity, you can kind of clearly see where that is. That's that sharp, see how that cloud bank kind of banks right there, and you got the thicker clouds going to the thinner clouds. That's where you're getting your rain shower activity. So it's pretty far away there off to the east. Looking at the big picture, things going on all across the nation, just so we can plan kind of the week ahead. Again, moist air right there is kind of moving out. You see all this yellow and that orange right there, and I'll change my color here so everybody can see. That yellow and that orange, I forgot to hit the button. Okay, there we go. So that yellow and that orange coming right in there is drier air moving in, which should provide us with a couple of days of drier weather around here. Next threat for any rain at all, and it's not a big threat, would be Thursday morning. And I'll show you that on the models right there, but that's that little spin out there in the Northwest Pacific. That's a storm system that's generally going to do one of these and kind of go straight across Canada, but we'll have enough of a cold front come through during your day on Thursday that we could squeeze out a shower really in the morning, and it's much more hit and miss than it was this morning, the way things look right now. Behind it, and this is a different view, we're now kind of a skewed view of the North Pacific. There's Alaska kind of right up there, Northwest Canada, and the Pacific Northwest coast. Notice the two areas of spin. You got that's kind of storm number 1 for Thursday. Bigger storm for next Saturday. And this might have been where someone mentioned snow. Snow would be a great, Darlene says, hey, I want snow for Christmas. Who doesn't want snow for Christmas? I want snow for Christmas, but I don't think we've had any on the ground significant in nature since 2010 after the big blizzard we had. I think it was December 19th that year of the year of Snowmageddon fame. We had the big blizzard in December that year too that dropped 20 inches of snow across parts of our region that stayed on the ground. I don't think it snowed on Christmas Day, but it stayed on the ground for Christmas Day. That'd be nice, but not so sure snow of that nature is in the cards. You can watch these storms here. Watch watch this area off here to the north and west. That's your Thursday storm. Watch it kind of cut across the top of the country here. There it goes, boom, and there's our threat on Thursday morning. I'll show you a different look in just a second, but really what I want you to focus on is that storm there. That's your next one, and that's the stronger of the two storms. So it's going to try and get another strong cold air mass in here next Sunday into Monday. We look like we could be on the cold side of things those days. There it is right there going up through the Great Lakes. That's next Saturday. Looks a little wet here, but maybe warm up ahead of it. We'll talk about that in a sec too. And then there it goes. Here's a look precipitation-wise. This is this morning. We had the rain come through. It's over. It's done. We dry it out. Again, we're looking kind of right there. That's where, of course, we are if you're trying to get your bearings here on the map. Here comes your storm on Thursday. That's your Thursday system coming on across. See how it scatters out? It's not the strongest storm in the world. We're just maybe 1 or 2 showers for the morning commute hours or even before the morning commute hours into Thursday morning. And then it kind of gets out of here. We're a little breezy on the backside and we cool things down a bit for the day on Friday, but it's not a big washout risk on Thursday. Maybe a better chance of a little bit of a washout risk during your day on Saturday. That's that bigger storm I mentioned, and then there is that's Saturday afternoon. Not so pleasant. I'm trying to think of who's in town playing sports. I know the Redskins are down in New Orleans this week, so and they play on Sunday anyway, so no concern there. Maybe if Maryland football's in town. They were home last week, so I'm not so sure they're home this week, but if they are home again this week, yet you have your rain risk. Could be a significant amount of snowfall off to the like maybe northern edge of the Great Lakes, southern Canada there, but no snow for us just yet, at least not with this particular storm. Nice lake effect snow bands though, setting up on the backside, and maybe for those who have heard kind of rumors of snow setting up for this weekend, a couple models, and this is one of them. You can almost see it here. Look right where I hold my little clicker there. That's a little bit of snow mixing in with. So this kind of to put things lightly, this is how the model is trying to say there could be a couple of snow flurries around if everything works out correctly Sunday morning. I'm on the camp of probably not going to happen here in D.C., but north and west of town, the mountains of West Virginia, northern Maryland, they could absolutely get some upslope snow where air is forced to rise on the western side of the mountains, and that forces moisture up, and you get some snow showers. That's certainly a possibility out to the west, and lake effect snows off Lake Erie up through Pennsylvania, absolutely. It's lake effect snow season as far as I'm concerned, given the cold air coming down. Moving beyond Saturday, Sunday is one of those days where we're probably hitting our high temperature just after midnight, and temperatures on Sunday are dropping most of the day, so maybe a good day to, and it's rather breezy as well, so if you're out, have outdoor activities, be ready for it to be a little bit on the chilly side of things. Redskins aren't in town this week, so if you just want to sit inside all day, watch Fox 5, watch football, fine by me. That's probably a good day to sit by the fire and relax a little bit, have yourself a lazy Sunday afternoon with cold air moving in. Next week we go back and forth a little bit, and then that is Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 23rd. This particular, and we'll talk more about Thanksgiving in just a second here. This particular model wants to kind of give us a little bit of rain with maybe a little bit of snow mixing in on the backside. Hard to believe these models this far out for something like Thanksgiving and whether or not it's going to rain or snow. More confident in what it means for temperatures. Anyway, I mentioned this big storm on Saturday. Could be a little bit of a severe weather risk out in the Midwest. Just something interesting to see. It does, severe weather happens from time to time. Bigger severe weather tends to happen in the springtime, but we're in fall, so sometimes we call it a second severe weather season, though it tends not to be as bad. There is a severe weather risk out in the Midwest. Don't think that that comes and translates into our region. It's a little bit too cool, and the setup just isn't right for severe weather here on Saturday. I think it's just more of a shower risk. I did have a couple of questions about that. Eagles. Oh, are you going to have to watch the Eagles, Deanna? No rain, bring on the snow. I feel you, Julia. I'm trying. Getting into next week, we're tracking that storm on Saturday. One thing I do want to mention about it, now I know why I pulled this map up, is the differences in models. So this is the European model you're looking at right now. This is the American. So European American, European American for the same time on Saturday afternoon. Europeans slower with the system, which means Europeans got a better chance of it raining through your daytime hours on Saturday, whereas the GFS is actually mostly through. I mean, the front on the GFS is kind of way out here off the coastline, whereas on the European side of things, the actual cold front itself is, and I gotta erase this, right kind of back through the mountains. So model differences, how Saturday going to turn out? Is it going to be a washout or not? One model says yes, that would be the European, says it's going to be a little wet all the way through the afternoon, whereas if the American side of things is right this time, maybe it's more of a morning event and we start clearing it out the second half of your Saturday. So keep that in mind if you're making plans. We're still kind of timing things out a little bit with the models. And here's what it means temperature-wise. First, I want to mention later on today, not awful, but it's cool for this time of year. We should be near 60 degrees for a high. This model has us, and let me zoom in here so everyone can see. This model has us near 50 degrees later on this afternoon. Moving on to Thursday for the warm weather lovers, out ahead of this cold front on Thursday. We may have some showers in the morning, but we'll get a little southerly surge. That should help get temperatures up to near 60 potentially by Thursday afternoon. It's a one-day wonder, though, I'm afraid, because by Friday we're cool. And then Saturday, ahead of that bigger storm system, we could once again be near 60. I actually think we could be over 60, depending on which model's right. The GFS is what you're looking at here, and that moved the front through faster. But if you go with the European, and if you know weather at all, you know the European tends to be right a lot of the time. and it's a slower storm, we could warm things up into the low to mid 60s here, though it would come with clouds and showers. So it wouldn't be, hey, sunny, bright, 60, go out and play. It'd be, oh, it's 60, but it's raining outside, and then things are going to get windy and cold behind it. So unfortunately, this time of the year, a lot of times when we get warm, we don't necessarily stay dry. We'll see. We head into Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's got temperatures in the 30s and falling here in D.C. Those are afternoon temps, not morning lows. So again, Sunday not going to be the best day in the world this week, and even though it may be one of the sunnier days of the week. Quickly, before I get to this, I want to show you our 7-day forecast, just so you can see. I basically kind of just discussed it with you, but just so you can see what we're expecting here. Let's see, there it is. All right, here it comes. 7-day forecast up. Tucker and I worked on this all morning. 51 degrees. Obviously, we're done with the showers today, so we're going to continue the clearing process through the afternoon. Thursday's your next chance of getting any sort of, I'll call it spit in the morning, just because it'd probably be more drizzle, light shower activity that moves out rather quickly. Saturday would be the next chance of anything more significant that may just ruin your day. We'll see exactly which model's right. And then Sunday, we're breezy, chilly, but should have a decent amount of sunshine around the region there. All right, bringing you back, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving week, because I know a lot of folks trying to get plans together for the big Thanksgiving holiday, and kind of seeing or kind of want an idea of what's going to transpire. Well, I will say this: the more and more runs that come in, the colder it looks. It looks like we could be in for some cold turkeys this year. This is the European. I've mentioned this before. We're way above our heads here. 500 millibars for the weather geeks out there. For everybody else, just know we're predicting the pattern above our heads because it translates well to the surface. We usually are able to predict the upper level patterns before the lower level patterns, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just trust me. I'm a weather guy. Just trust me. Moving forward, as we head into late this week, into this weekend, a couple key features here. The biggest key feature we have that's going to play an import or have an impact on our weather here over the next few days is this, and let me put it in black so everybody can see. So this feature right here, which is called the NAO block, it's the North Atlantic block. And if that sets up, if there are red and oranges there as opposed to blues, then you're basically displacing a whole lot of Arctic air and you're making it come southward into the eastern half of the United States. That's next Monday. The pattern really wants to continue into the second half of next week, and what you're basically getting is a connection here between the area high pressure, upper level high down here, and the upper level high that would be the block here. You see all that orange and yellow kind of connecting the west coast of the United States up through Greenland. That's displacing a lot of cold air down into the eastern half of the country just in time. You see the date there, that's next Wednesday afternoon. And now I scroll forward, that's Thanksgiving afternoon. See all the blues across the eastern half of the US? That's a recipe for cold. So this is the European. It does now just get out at the very end of its period to Thanksgiving. Well, really, it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, but you can get an idea of what Thanksgiving's going to do. It's got a big, strong area right there of Arctic high pressure coming down, much like what we had this past weekend. It's got snow coming off Lake Erie, so it's got snow showers coming for portions of the Great Lakes, for maybe Pittsburgh seeing a little bit of Thanksgiving flurries, nothing big time measurable this far south. Maybe some of our mountains get into some snow flurries on Thanksgiving morning. I'm struggling to see any snow threat here in D.C. just yet. Penn State, I love it. But it does look cold if this model happens to be right. And here's how cold. I mean, this is Monday. I mentioned the cold again before. Maybe we do a brief one-day warm-up ahead of the storm on Tuesday, and then look at the cold air just breaking out. That's the end. That's as far out as the model goes, 10 days. That's leading you into Thanksgiving Day. Look at the cold across the eastern half of the country. So that's your Thanksgiving. And I guess kind of my case in point here is things are setting up to be rather chilly the way things look right now, about a week and a half from now, when everybody's sitting around the Thanksgiving tables, having turkey time, getting ready. Maybe more of an indoor Thanksgiving than going outside and tossing the old pigskin around. Let's see. I think that's it. Any questions at all? Otherwise, we'll call it a Monday, wrap it up. Again, if you like these videos, we do occasionally share them to Facebook, but we will primarily be on what's up? We will primarily be on YouTube. So you can head over to Fox 5 DC on YouTube. You can subscribe there. I'll do something every morning. Well, like tomorrow, I don't want the weather forecast isn't going to change too much between today and tomorrow. So I'm going to find something else to do tomorrow, something different, something a little fun. Maybe I'll find some fun stories that we don't do here on air, and just go through them. I'll do a brief weather outlook every day. I'll pull Wisdom over one day. Tucker that couldn't make it today, but from time to time, Tucker will be here, and we'll do some stuff with Tucker and I. He likes to have a little fun. But those will mostly be on the YouTube side of things. Will you be at the Penn State game on Saturday the 25th? No, I will not. I will be here with family and friends for the Thanksgiving holiday. We, as a family, tend to keep it pretty busy here. I know. I believe they're playing Maryland that day, but I won't. I can't be at the game, but I will be watching. I promise you that. I do wish I was. I know. I think, is Tucker going? Tucker might be going. Caitlin Roth, our other weather girl, is a Penn State girl too, and I think she might be going. All right. Let me scroll through and see if I missed any questions. It doesn't look like it. So let's see. Wishful thinking. Sorry. I every now and then I make it to a game or two. All right. That's kind of all I got. Philly girl. Okay, gotcha. That's all I got, everybody. So have yourself a great Monday. Stay warm out there. And again, now that the rain is through, I think we keep it dry here until next threat of rain coming in is Thursday morning. Other than that, just kind of a cool fall pattern. Keep it warm, everybody. All right, I'll see you again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Other than that, take care, and I'll leave you with a live shot of the White House here. You can see the sunshine breaking through. Here we go. Live look at the White House, sunshine breaking through, and things settling in here. All right, Molly's going to be along in just a few more minutes with all your news headlines and what's going on this afternoon here at Fox 5 in D.C. Other than that, I'm signing off for the day. I'm basically going to say goodnight because that's where I'm going home to do. All right, take care, guys. Have yourself a great Monday afternoon. All right, quick update. Molly's not back because I just found out she's off today. So I think this is going to actually wrap it up for Fox 5 Live coverage. If there's any breaking news, I will bring it to you on YouTube and Facebook. But Molly is out today, so she will not have her little show. Hopefully she's back tomorrow. So I will be signing off. Hope everybody has themselves a great Monday, and we'll see you later. All right, bye, guys.